Did you know that alternative transportation is becoming more and more popular? More and more people are choosing to ditch their cars in favor of alternative transportation methods. There are many different types of alternative transportation, each with its pros and cons. In this video, we will discuss the most popular forms of alternative transportation and what you need to know about them. What are the different types of alternative transportation available to me, and what are their benefits? Alternative transportation includes any mode of transportation that is not a car. The most popular forms of alternative transportation are public transit, biking, walking, and ride-sharing. Public transit is an excellent alternative to driving because it is often cheaper and more efficient. Alternative transportation program participants in the United States saved an average of $600 per year on transportation costs by switching to public transportation. Biking is an ideal alternative to driving because it is good for your health and the environment. Biking can help you save money on gas, parking, and car maintenance costs. Walking is another great alternative to driving because it is free, good for your health, and doesn't produce pollution. Ride-sharing is a popular alternative to driving because it can be cheaper and more convenient than taking a taxi or public transportation. Ride-sharing also offers the added benefit of social interaction, as you can chat with your driver during your ride. Alternative transportation has many benefits like financial, health, and environmental benefits. Financial benefits. Alternative transportation can often be cheaper than driving your car. Alternative transportation can help you save money on gas, parking, and car maintenance costs. Health benefits. Alternative transportation is good for your health because it can help you get exercise. Alternative transportation is good for the environment because it doesn't produce pollution. Environmental benefits. Alternative transportation is good for the environment because it doesn't produce pollution. Alternative transportation is good for the environment because it can help reduce traffic congestion. How do I know which alternative transportation suits my needs and lifestyle? The best way to figure out which alternative transportation suits your needs and lifestyle is to experiment with different types of alternative transportation. Try taking a public vehicle instead of driving or biking instead of taking a car. Try walking or taking a rideshare instead of a taxi if you live in a city. You may find that you like some forms of alternative transportation more than others. Once you find a few you want, you can start incorporating them into your daily routine. Here are a few tips for making alternative transportation work for you. Plan ahead. If you know you will need to use alternative transportation, plan your route and give yourself some time to get to your destination. Dress for the occasion. If you are biking, ensure you have the proper equipment and clothing. If you are walking, wear comfortable shoes. Be prepared. Ensure you have everything you need before leaving. If you are taking public transit, make sure you have your fare or pass. If you are biking, make sure you have your helmet and bike lock. What should I consider when choosing a mode of alternative transportation? There are a few things you should consider when choosing a mode of alternative transportation. Cost. How much will it cost you to use this form of alternative transportation? Convenience. How easy is it to use this form of alternative transportation? Health. Will using this alternative transportation be good for your health? Environment. How much pollution does this form of alternative transportation produce? Automobile transportation is not the only way to get around anymore. With the rise in the popularity of alternative transportation, there are more options than ever. Public vehicles, biking, walking, and ride-sharing are all excellent alternative transportation options with various benefits. Consider your needs and lifestyle when choosing a form of alternative transportation. And do not be afraid to try until you find the one that works best for you. If you want to learn more about the other transportation options, check out our previous video. How do I get started using alternative transportation options in my area? Research is the best way to get started using alternative transportation options in your area. You can start by looking online for alternative transportation options in your city or town. Once you have a few options, you can experiment with different types of alternative transportation to see what works best for you. With the rising popularity of alternative transportation, there has never been a better time to try out some options available. Transportation services can also help you get around without using your vehicle. Some of the transportation services available are ride-sharing. Ride-sharing is a popular alternative transportation option that allows you to share a ride with other people in the same direction. It can be a way to save money and reduce pollution. Public transit. Public transit is a great alternative transportation option for getting around cities and towns. It is usually less expensive than taking a taxi or rideshare, and it can be more convenient than driving in heavy traffic. We all know the importance of transparency in running your business. Besides that, keeping track of shipments and getting them where needed is key for any company trying its best. The service provider we recommend will keep tabs on your shipment and provide real-time updates so that nothing goes unnoticed. Affiliate disclaimer: Frate Chain is supported by our viewers. When you purchase through links on our site, we may earn an affiliate commission that helps keep our website and its content. Thank you. Learn more. Motive makes it so easy to schedule and track your delivery. You can even get an inspection report on the app. With these features, you won't have any stress or wasted time. Check out Motive today. If you would like to learn more about freight transportation, check out our previous video. Are there any risks or challenges associated with using alternative transportation modes? Risks and challenges are always present when trying something new, but that does not mean you shouldn't try alternative transportation options. Some risks and challenges associated with using alternative transportation modes include theft. If you are biking, there is always the risk that your bike could be stolen. Make sure to lock and secure your bike when you are not using it. Weather. Bad weather can make it difficult or dangerous to get around if you are walking or biking. Make sure to wear comfortably and be aware of your surroundings. Availability. Depending on where you live, alternative transportation options may not be readily available. If this is the case, you may need to plan and allow extra time to get to your destination. Despite the risks and challenges of using alternative transportation, the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. Alternative transportation is a great way to save money, exercise, and reduce pollution. The Alternative Transportation Program is an essential step in the right direction for a sustainable future. Learn more about the future of transportation by checking out our previous video. How can I make my transition to using alternative transportation as smooth as possible? Making a change is a process, and it can take time to adjust to using alternative transportation. Here are a few tips for making your transition to using alternative transportation as smooth as possible. Start small. If you are not used to alternative transportation, start with short trips. You can gradually increase the distance as you get more comfortable. Find a buddy. It can be helpful to find someone also interested in using alternative transportation. Plan ahead. Plan your route and allow extra time. This way, you won't have to rush, and you can enjoy the journey. Be patient. It may take time to get used to alternative transportation. Be patient with yourself and give yourself time to adjust. The switch to alternative transportation can significantly change, but it is worth it. With planning and preparation, you can make the transition smoothly and efficiently. Vehicles powered by alternative fuels are also becoming more and more popular. As the world becomes more conscious of environmental issues, alternative transportation options are becoming more popular. Some of us prefer alternative transportation because it is more economical, while others do it for environmental reasons. Whatever the reason, alternative transportation is a great way to reduce your carbon footprint and save money. Passengers can now choose from various alternative transportation options, including electric cars, hybrid cars, and bicycles. Bus routes are also being expanded to include alternative transportation options. Final thoughts. So there you have it, a comprehensive guide to all things alternative transportation. We hope this article was helpful. What do you think? Are you ready to ditch your car for something a little more eco-friendly? We'll leave the final decision up to you, but we hope this article has helped open your eyes to some options. Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Disclaimer: Frate Chain provides educational content only. It should not be taken as professional advice. You should always consult a freight shipping expert before making any decisions.